Go ahead. Make my day.
First thing we're going to do is put the eyes on, but what I usually do is I wrap thread down the whole shank just to, well, for two reasons. We're gonna lay this tail on after. It gives it something to hold on to tie onto.
Back to the barb?
Yeah, you can even go a little further than the barb. And then we're going to come up and tie the two little bumps that we're going to rest our eyes inside. So basically the eyes are going to sit about a third of the way back, about right here. So what I do is I do a little bump there, a little bump here. Everywhere, bump, bump. Lay the eyes in there. And I usually do like 7 or 8 wraps one way. Turn it. And 7 or 8 the other way. And of course you're going to trim off the extra thread. And just for good measure, I like to come up under here and then do some figure eights, and then a couple in front and a couple behind. Usually holds it. And depending on how strong your thread is, don't be afraid to really crank it down, because you can catch 20, 25 fish on this fly before this tail disintegrates. It lasts pretty. You can catch some fish with it. It's
What's
not
the
like
tail?
okay. Now we're just gonna lay again. This we can cut after. It doesn't matter how long it is at this point. Just gonna lay it right on top. And kind of a loose. First wrap's going to be real loose. And you're not really cranking down on this right now because you don't want to cut it. You don't want to put any weak spots in it. Plus, when we come back with the body material, we're going to wrap over it again, and that's going to hold the whole thing together.
Super legal.
And then right when you get to the end, I like to do one wrap underneath, pull that tail up, and it gives it that little extra kick there, that little jump. Now we're going to take the lighter of the two colors. This is root beer. This is also UV Estes. Peel off a little bit of the end so that core piece of thread is exposed. Okay, then we're going to wrap.
Just UV or stabs, huh?
Yeah, that's what it is. Comes in all different colors, but the UV definitely works better than the regular. All right, so we just lay the exposed thread on the end with the Estes sticking back this way. We tie that in. Now, right behind the tail, right on the. We're starting from the tail end, and we're going to work back towards the eyes. And then wrap your thread up about 2/3 of the way, and just leave it there, because that's where we're gonna tie in the head, the black. All right, now we're going to wrap this tightly, and then pull back after each
wrap.
Each wrap. Just because you want it to be.
Looks a little bit like a croaker choker, doesn't it?
Croaker choker.
You want it to have a meaty, big profile
Croaker is a lot of
when
fun
it
on
goes
the
through the
fly
water.
rod.
No kidding. Yeah, they do, the croaker choker does work.
Yeah, I've choked a couple.
On test.
Miniature drum, that's what they are.
They are miniature drum.
They're the same family.
Yes, they are. Really? Yeah. So are trout. All right, now we're gonna do the same thing with the black. Strip a little piece of the core is exposed. All right, so we're gonna do the same thing with the black. Once you tie that in, bring it up to the very front.
To the very front.
Very
over the
front.
eyes.
Get it out of the way.
Now bring your thread up.
Oh, your thread. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm doing that. Okay, I gotta tie it in. I'm just,
Yeah, just keep it out.
okay.
There you go.
All right.
Those look pretty dirty.
Yeah. It's
Ten on foam.
now you want to wrap, and what I do, you don't necessarily have to do it with the size 1 and the medium eyes because it might get a little tricky. With that, you could just wrap it behind the eyes, pull it up under, and tie it off. But with just to get a bigger profile on the front of it to push more water, I like to do like a figure 8 around
Around the eye?
and then tie it off.
I heard tie it off, so I tied it on.
Pretend it's a croaker choker.
Take the tail out and make it all one color. That's what it is.
That's like, yeah, exactly.
You could always wrap back again and tie it in. Yeah.
You'd be amazed.
You can do anything you
These
want.
things
That's
don't
all right. You can do anything you want.
These things don't have to be perfect.
Doesn't
Oh
have to
no,
be
they're
on
dirty.
the-
They're dirty, Harry.
The fish are down there saying, "Now look at that lousy tie." I'm not
Yeah,
gonna mess
right.
with that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he
Oh,
used a
that
whip
looks like,
finish on
that looks
there.
like food. Let me hear.
And now pull back and just tie out,
Pull
wrap
back
off the
and-
head.
You want to push a lot of water with this, I imagine.
You do. It's almost like if the profile, if they don't feel the water moving from the bulk of it, they see this and it drives them nuts. Because this just, when you'll see it in the water, it just
So you leave it that long?
better than any jig tail you'll see.
You leave it that long?
I usually fish it about, right there.
So it's fairly long.
Do you get much
Yeah.
in the way of short strikes?
Looks good.
No. Nope. I do not.
So Noel, do you think this would work for shad?
Yes, I think it would if you had some
Brighter colors,
Brighter colors, yeah.
Yeah, you could go with the,
With that chartreuse and
yeah,
orange, yeah.
Yeah, that would do it right there.
Pink's usually.
Or, you know what I'm thinking? You lead the head with your little Christmas tinsel thing.
Yeah,
Make it
well,
a silver tinsely head, maybe.
Now,
amazed.
what I usually do is just, once it's done, I just kind of trim the
You'd be amazed.
head back a little bit of a
I
profile
don't have
there.
one with me, but you'd be amazed at what I was catching stripers on up there last year.
And cut anything that's blocking the eyes, I
Trim it out.
trim it out. Just like when you get your hair cut and they go around your ears. Same thing. Because they're UV, they're bright. You want them to pop. And that, my friends, is the Dirty Harry.
I figured a barber.
Harry, all right.